So guys, welcome to my channel. So this video is the most awaited video about how I switched from a service based company to a product based company. So this is not a one day process, so it took me almost half a year to complete the entire process. So the journey started with a lot of rejections at the beginning, because usually the product based companies have a great high expectations from those candidates, because they firstly pay a lot and the work they do, um, that's much more. What can I say, it's like they assume that you know a lot of stuff, especially for a 1-2 year experienced guy. They expect few things that you should know, and if you are failing to know such basic stuffs, then definitely they will reject you in some round or the other. So in many interviews I almost reached the last round, but due to some lag in skills set, mainly I will say skill set, they rejected me. But anyways, so from that rejections I learned a lot of things. The most important thing I learned is, never ever think that if you are getting rejected, then you are not worth cracking any exam, I mean any interview. So that's not the thing. You will learn from those rejections. So give as much interviews as possible, get as many calls as you want. You have LinkedIn, you have Naukri, you can get n number of calls from there. Yeah, it is a it needs efforts, but if you want anything, you have to put in effort. So yeah, so the thing is, the journey started from April, and I already was solving problems. So problem solving skill I already did from few sources like Lead Code, Gigs for Gigs, because I was already giving interviews in many companies. So that was common for my side. So this interview was basically a technical interview where they asked data structure algorithm questions, and the second round was mainly HR. This was also a technical round. So mainly two rounds, and one was the salary negotiation round. So basically what I can say is, you need 2-3 things in your skill set, and that should be at a very great amount. So the first thing will be the algorithms. So data structure algorithms is the major thing that will comprise almost 60 to 70% of your interview. So that's the major thing that you need. The second most thing is that the work you are doing in your current company, if you are a fresher, then you have to be good at your projects. Basically the project may not be a very high technology stuff, but the thing that you have done must be very clear to you. The second thing is, if you are experienced guy, then the tools you have used, the work you have done, please make proper stories in the interview, that what exactly you have done. Maybe you have done a lot of great work, but the thing is, if you don't explain it to the interviewer properly in a short span of time, they will just assume that you are too casual, and they will not take you further, they will not take your candidature further. So the third important point is, focus on your skills. That maybe you must be having certain skill set that you like. If you are interested in Java, then please learn Java very well. I'm not saying that only learning the 4 object oriented stuffs and go to the interview. No, please learn at a bit depth. That will be much more helpful. And few things that a company expects you to know, that is the Git, then REST, this type of stuff. These companies expect you to know to some, maybe not very high level, but of course to some extent. If you say blankly no, then maybe you haven't worked on it, maybe you haven't worked on a previous project, anything about it. But please go out of the box and learn. It will take time, maybe 1 week or so, that's all it takes. um, but the time is worth it, I would say. It's a very add-on, because maybe some algorithmic questions you may not be able to solve, but if you are able to say these skill sets properly, then the recruiter may be very much interested in hiring you. So Okay, so what are the things that you may need to have in your CV so that you can actually ace the interview? So the first thing is that always see that exactly what technology they are working on. If they are working on Java, then focus on Java. Okay, don't go and tell the interviewer that I am a pro in Python and saying Python stuffs. So that won't help you much. So they will be more interested in the technologies they work on. If they are having REST APIs in their machine, then they will surely ask you REST questions. That's for sure. So that's what I can say, that please focus on the interview, that what exactly they work on. If they work on Node.js, then definitely they will ask you questions on Node.js. So please just go through the job description. They please ask the HR that exactly what technology they are working on, then study and then go. But the data structure algorithm part is common for all. I will also make a separate video on lead code, that exactly, see, I am not a pro in coding, so I am a code force specialist. That was also a year ago. I don't have much time to solve competitive programming, but but what I can say is that basic data structure is clear for me. If you ask me to sit for an interview, I can take 2-3 days time and I can sit for the interview. So basic things are clear. So in order, how I made that, it took me time is the most important factor. You have to be consistent and give time to that. So if you can do that, then only you can ace a product based company. So for that, I will be making a separate video, and also one more video I will be making on the last 15 days of your gate preparation. That simple tips I will be sharing that actually can boost up your rank to in top 200. So thank you guys, and please stay tuned for the further videos. Thanks.